Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Tism, where there is always spectrum on the internet. I am the He-Man James Hebert, and joined with me is the Brit from across the pond in the Wrestle Collective, the soap dish, Hannibal Scorch. What's going on, brother?
Oh, it's a good day in Samunda. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not really in Samunda. I don't even know where Samunda is. But yeah, spring is on the way. We've had a few days of sunny weather. We've also had a few days where it's been absolutely Brexit. So spring's kind of here, but it's not officially here yet.
Yeah.
So
we're waiting.
But you know, we're not weather with Tism. We're wrestling with Tism,
yes.
Right?
So, although weather for me is an interest. It's a fun fact about me. But yes, agreed there. Yeah, I'm waiting for the weather to improve at this point. Let's hope for the best there on our end of things. It looks like we're going to get 60-degree weather. Let's go. But we're going to get straight into it, guys, because we got a lot of people waiting in the green room, and we got a hell of a lot to talk about. So we're going to start things off with one of the shows that was not necessarily covered live by us. We're going to talk New Beginning. There was a lot of great stuff that happened on this card. In particular, that main event between Andrade El Idolo and Yota Tsuji. I got to say it because it's the gimmick at this point. That fucking bum. Fucked. What a match. Honestly, I'm casual. I'm casual when it comes to New Japan, but honestly, probably Yota Tsuji's best match. Andrade, I feel like, has just been on a roll ever since he's come back to the AEW fold. I think every match he's ever had has just been ace. And we know how good he was as a wrestler, right? But like, he has been on a run of a lifetime with match of the year after match of the year in every promotion he's gone to. He deserves to get some praise there. He not only had a great match here, but he had a great match a week prior against Charles Mason. This guy has just been killing it ever since he's come back to the AEW fold, and this Yota Tsuji match was no different. This is the best Tsuji ever looked for me. And there was a couple other aspects of the show that I really liked. Y'all know I love me some YDMP. I thought that tag match that they had with El Fantasmo and
hang fire.
Yeah.
Let's we've got people here to talk about this. Let's not cover the whole show.
We're not going to cover
the whole show,
but I'm just covering the highlights that I enjoyed personally. I love that tag match that YDMP had. Thought it was awesome, but I'm biased. I mean, hell. And then the big match that I really enjoyed was surprising. I didn't expect I was going to like this. Botan Oleg versus Tomohiro Ishii. Man, talk about smash mouth. I love this. I love seeing people just smash the shit out of each other. Excellent match for the Strong Openweight Championship. Really good card overall. If you have not gone and seen this card, I encourage you and I implore you, go watch it. Because I know there's plenty of people that wanted to talk about this, and hence why we're going to bring them in. So
yeah, that's why I kind of didn't want to do a whole review of highlights. We could have not gone match by match. We could have, but
yeah. I'm just going. We're just doing setting the table. Let's bring in the people that we want to have in to talk about this. We got two callers on the line. We will bring in Soto to start things off. Soto,
hello.
Welcome.
What is up? So this was a really fun show. I'm going to be honest, the New Japan Strong shows, which for those that don't know are like the American New Japan shows, comparable to like Dragon Gate USA, have not been super strong. The wrestling has been good, but like the whole look of it and the presentation of it hasn't been super strong like the past year or so. But this like completely blowed that out of the water, and the crowd was great. The matches were great. There wasn't really anything that was super weak on the card. It was super fun to see. I think my favorite match probably was Shuri versus Athena.
Yeah, that was a really, really good match for the IWGP Women's Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So though, just because you might have been an idea on this, I obviously know the Ricky Romero connection when it comes to New Japan in general. I know that he has quite a lot of, a hand in New Japan strong. How much of this is actually done by New Japan, and how much is it kind of done by people this side of the pod? Like, are they quite hands-on, or is it kind of, association? So it's not really not saying it's not canon, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yes. So this is canon, but I think it's more of a they work together. Rocky Romero primarily works with the booking, but like you can't really have two separate things and not work together. And I feel that way about like companies working together, like AEW and New Japan. If they're gonna do anything with their associated wrestlers, you need to be able to work together. So like one thing, it'll like kind of contradict the other. So I think there's a lot of working together here.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. That was especially true for the Konosuke and El Fantasma match. I mean, they always have great matches. So that's not really a shock. We got another person that maybe wants to talk about it. So I just want to bring her in as well. From the SRS side of things, we're bringing in Ash to the fold to talk on this as well. And of course, there's Yoda Susie plus. I gotta highlight that one.
I have 8 of these, by the way. 8 of these like New Japan plush dolls.
I thought you had 8 Sujis.
Like 8 different. No, 8
Oh, they're all different. I thought you all just had Yoda Suji.
No,
I was about to say, yeah, that's what,
I can show you
that's
all
where
these
my mind went to.
Like, can we do that? Show you all these that I have, like the small variants of these that I have.
Yeah, we'll do that on another show. But yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I just had to bring up Yoda Suji because mentioned.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he was the main event of the show. So
he was, yes.
What did you think, Ash, of the New Japan New Beginning show? Because I know you called it.
I love the show. I had such a blast watching it and calling it along our good friend Noah, the Simple Man.
Yes.
I love the strong title match between Tomohiro Ishii and Bolton Oleg. That was match of the night for me.
Yes, it was. It was great.
I love a good meat match. That's what that was.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh my God, I was laughing and I got so teary-eyed during the match because of how good it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Oleg, he's only like a couple years in, and he's won multiple titles so far. So I think they really believe in him, which I'm all for.
Yeah.
I do want to point out as well, this is the best Bolton Oleg has looked since and he's been getting progressively better, by the way. But this match was
Oleg
amazing.
has 2 titles now, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then
I also like.
Oh, sorry.
No, you can finish what you're saying.
Oh no, I was like, if we were transitioning into another match, because I wanted to shout this one out as well, because overall the card was great. The Ricochet and Taiji Ishimori, that was their first ever singles match.
Yep. And AEW national title match, by the way.
That was so good too.
It was really good matchup.
What I love about the national title right now is the fact that I've seen quite a lot of people complain that Tony Khan has created another championship, and who cares, because you never see it being defended.
It's being defended.
And yet, I think Ricochet's defended that title more this year than almost any title in other companies.
Yeah, in all fairness, wasn't the national title created so that title can be defended elsewhere within what AEW was partnered with?
Other companies around the world.
Yeah.
It was always sold as that. Like, that was what they said from the get-go. Right? So I don't know if it's people deliberately being obtuse or just being completely ignorant. I don't know what it is, but
or a combination of the two.
Or a combination of the two. Fair play, fair play.
Valid.
But, the whole point of having that title is so you can go and take it to other promotions and showcase their stars. And it's a bit similar to what Mercedes was doing, although obviously she wasn't doing it in the same way. That was an AEW title, but when she was going to the independents defending those titles, because it's to bring people to those companies. So I think he's been doing a bang up job, and it just makes me laugh. That's all.
I really hope he goes to Dragon Gate. So these two are kind of in the same reign of junior heavyweights. They've only had a couple tag matches together, but they're often associated with one another. So and Dragon Gate is like Ricochet's stomping grounds. Like a lot of people know him from there. So AEW hasn't worked with Dragon Gate, but I really hope that they allow him to take it there.
It's funny you mentioned that, Soto, because coming through my feed earlier today was like highlights of his match with Pac and Dragon Gate. I mean, if you have not watched that match, by the way, I must say, go out of your way to watch this. It's fantastic. One of the best high-flying matches you'll ever see. Ash, anything else you want to talk about when it comes to New Beginning?
Yeah, as I mentioned, like the Takeshita El Phantasmo match was really solid. I've had my gripes about AEW wrestlers winning New Japan titles, but I make exceptions for Takeshita because at least I know with Takeshita as the champion, he's going to defend that title.
Yeah, he is.
Because they weren't doing anything with that title. It's like they forgot about it. It's just like, I know I'm going to like sound like such a fangirl, but when you look at the people who's held that TV title, the best champion they had was the first one, and that was Zack Sabre Jr.
Of course you got it. You got to get your boy over.
I'm sorry. Do you not see his run? How he defended that title against everyone, everywhere. That's what I was referring to.
I agree.
Something interesting.
I'm well aware of my bias towards that man, but you can't argue he was not the best one.
No, yeah, that's valid.
Oh, for sure. Because he also defended it on Ring of Honor. He would come to AEW and defend it as well. Something cool about that is Takeshita's going into a match with Moxley soon, and they both have belts that
one is going to come out dual
time
champion.
Requirements.
Yep.
I don't know if Takeshia's defending his belt, but that's a really cool concept to see how they like apply that to a no time limit match, if at all.
Yeah, to your point, and then we'll swap out because there's another person that wants to speak on this. But to you girls' point, or to your girl point, and Soda, to your point, I think what's beautiful about this is that this is where the partnership really does dividends, because there is a current AEW angle going on between the Don Callis family and the Death Riders. And there is history with both men in New Japan going at it for a New Japan championship. Yes, with AEW stars, but it works because now it's like we're cross-pollinating in every end now, where you got AEW angles being furthered with a New Japan title. You got vice versa. It's a really healthy partnership. And to Hannibal's point, I think people need to look at the full picture and not just zone in on one thing and be like, oh, this bad. No, the whole partnership has been good this far, and this is like one of those big examples in my opinion. So just wanted to shout that out.
The tag match as well, the IWGP heavyweight tag match with Knockout Brothers and Gates of Agony. That's another one of my favorites on the show. And that's just another AEW team that's been very, very hot lately, and they got a lot out of this.
Yeah, that not only in New Japan but in CMLL, they've been great. They've been fantastic.
I'm hoping this leads to Knockout Brothers versus the Bucks. Forbidden Door.
Let's hope.
For Forbidden Door, that would be a good Forbidden Door match if they do one again. Also, I wanted to make note of seeing like how Busta and the Brain and the Gates of Agony when these tags matches. It makes me want to see them in the World Tag League tournaments.
Yes,
later on this year.
Yes. Both of those teams. I agree with you. Ash. We're gonna drop you down and bring Lou in because Lou wants to speak on this. Stay tuned because we will definitely be bringing you back up at some point.
Sounds good.
We love you, Ash. Appreciate you for coming in. Let's bring up the man of the hour, Lou. What's up, brother?
So just to start off, that Bolton match that you had referred to as a smash mouth type of style, that's one of my favorite match types of all time. Just do it at sheer aggression.
Yep. 100%.
Additionally, there was, I think it was the Ricochet matches that was also really good.
Yep.
That I enjoyed. I hope to see more of them clashing in the future. Granted, we're going to get them fighting each other in the future, hopefully.
Yeah. No, 100%. That's kind of been my point with this card. Is like we would take forever to talk about how great the show was if we were to do this review style. I implore you go watch this card from top to bottom, man.
Yes,
like, there was not a bad match on this card. It really wasn't. And like, if you're looking to get into New Japan and you want like a good like palette of like big names that you recognize from AEW, this is a good way to get into it because this is their best show in American soil, and I don't even know how long. So,
I mean, last year they had some good shows. It's more so like the look. So they did like Resurgence last year. It's like it's like dark, and like they have been working on fixing that. The staging of this was really cool, and it is a lot better than what it's been before. So I think that is like it's a great first introduction.
And I think the problem for me with New Japan has always been the accessibility of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the easiest thing to find, and I know there was a time period where they did have a lot more American distribution than they did now. Wasn't Wrestle Kingdom originally like on Triller as well?
At one point, yes.
Yeah. So when you're kind of like locked behind your own apps, it does make things tougher. I know that people complain about Ring of Honor for that. We're not going to go into the chat about what's going on in the wider world right now when it comes to media companies and stuff like that. But I really would like at some point where there is like a streaming service or an app where it does allow you easier access to these companies. I know you can get CMLL on like YouTube and stuff, but it's very expensive. New Japan, you need to have a separate subscription for. Like, if you could have like a kind of like all-in-one place to kind of like just get all this different wrestling content and pay a decent price.
Yeah,
there is Wrestle Universe. It doesn't have New Japan on it, but it has like Stardom, Tokyo Doshi, Noah, Michinoku Pro, a bunch, and it's like $10 a month. It's all like usually if someone wants to get into any of those companies, I tell them to go there. New Japan and Stardom have like their own separate, which I wish they were either together or they could put them all on one, like you mentioned.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think the accessibility thing, especially with, listen, we love what they did last night, but there's always one criticism, and I'll always talk about the criticism. Man, their streaming service, they need to either improve or go on to the other streaming service, like you said, Soda, because goddamn, bro.
Because like,
goddamn.
Yeah, Wrestle Universe is a lot better, I think, than New Japan World and Stardom World. Their user interfaces are not great compared to Wrestle Universe.
Yeah.
Or Honor Club even.
But you know what? If you're sitting there and you're thinking, I do want to spend some money on some wrestling, but I'm not sure how best to do it, I've got an idea for you. You could go here.
ShopWC.com.
Exactly. ShopWC.com. Indeed, good sir.
Seamless transition there.
Yeah, and while you're Mazel Tov. Look at that.
That was a plug so good. I'm so proud, guys. I'm so proud.
There you go. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, while you're at shopwc.com, and if you're tuning into this channel for the first time, check out the archives of all the stuff that we did. We did Wrestle Collective Jeopardy on Thursday. A very, very fun stream. Go check that out. Go retweet, share with your friends and family, especially if they love Jeopardy and wrestling. Go check that out. It was a fun time. Shout out to the Noah Foster for helping us get that game board also.
It was a good game board.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Ryan? Go ahead, producer me.
Based on, because you had said collective archives, and I don't know if I alerted you to earlier, but if you look on the Wrestle Collective YouTube channel and you go under the playlist section, we lost some stuff from the old channel, right? Yep. Stuff happens, but if you see everything that we were able to get our hands on is back.
Yep. And there's more to come, by the way. To your point, there is 6 more podcasts that we are going to be releasing from the old channel onto this channel. So everything will be back up and running on this very channel.
Almost everything
for the most part. Everything that we could. So definitely give that a watch. If you haven't already, go back into the archives. While we're on demand stuff, Game Changer also had a couple of great shows, which we did coverage for right here on the Wrestle Collective. You can check those out in the archives as well under the live tab. Between the two great GCW shows, the New Japan Resurgence show, and I'm not going to lie, as far as wrestling goes, decent Elimination Chamber. You were very spoiled for choice this week when it comes to the world of professional wrestling. I don't think there was a bad show this week. Y'all should check it out, and you should check us out covering it because we're the best, goddammit. And again, where's that shop one more time, Ryan? Or
ShopWC.com.
That one. Or did you mean this one?
ShopWC.com.
Either one works.
Right here.
There you go. I like the attitude. It's fun. So yeah, very, very good conversation. Thank you, Lou, for coming in.
Pleasure's mine.
Yep, we will. We're gonna switch you out, Soto, because I know there's one match that you want to talk about. You want to save it for Queens Road. By
Yes.
the way, speaking of Queens Road, when can they see you next?
International Women's Day on March 8th at 7 o'clock Eastern. And if you need a translation, that's 4 o'clock Pacific. And
There you go.
12 Hannibal's time, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Yep.
And you
Yeah.
can find it on the YouTube, preferably if you would like to comment. And we have Twitter, among our other socials that you should check out.
Thank you very much,
You're
Soto. We
welcome.
appreciate you coming on. We will swap you out, good sir, and we will bring in Dev,
The terrorist himself.
the terrorist himself. Look at him in this Carlito picture. Look at that fro.
That's what happens when I grow my hair out.
It's valid.
You mentioned growing your hair and need love.
The
There's
minute
no
we,
doubt about it.
listen,
We
the
have
minute-
caught and compromised
Hey,
to a permanent
hey,
head.
How could you? Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on now.
Always in the background.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Like
Um,
puppet
Always
master.
watching.
So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Elimination Chamber from this weekend. So I'm gonna start off with this because I think this is a talking point. Hello, Carlito. Hello, Carlito Dev.
Good morning.
Good
Morning,
morning. How's the snow?
I just had to so I'm caught up in a little bit of a snowstorm, and this snowstorm is keeping me from hearing James. I see
Oh,
his mouth
no.
moving, but I can't hear him. It's not on your end, it's on mine. So I had to get back and get
Okay.
back in.
Can you hear me now?
I'm reading his lips. I can hear Hannibal.
You can't.
Well-
you can't hear me. Oh God. Okay.
That's probably because James has got a pitch like an animal, so you can't always hear
Hey.
at a certain frequency.
Hey.
As long as I can see the smile on his face.
You can see the smile on my face, but if someone could tell him try to come back in, maybe that will.
Yeah, I
Better
think
be
he's-
joined Dev.
I think
Yeah.
he's tried to come out again.
Oh well.
I think so.
Fair enough. Well,
That's all right. I'll translate for Dev. Dev, we're talking Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
I caught bits and pieces. There's only one thing I want to talk about Elimination Chamber. So what do you have to say about Elimination Chamber?
We got two terrorist devs. I think the phone might. I think the other one might be just to hear me.
I can hear James now. I can hear everybody, I think.
All right. Awesome.
Perfect.
Perfect. Good.
All right, Dev, thoughts on Elimination Chamber?
3 stars. 3 stars and some change. It was pretty good. My excitement level was probably a little bit higher than everybody's. And the predictability wasn't that bad,
No.
It exceeded my expectations. And from start to finish, like overall from start to finish, it was a good like 3-star show. The woman, I thought Tiffany made a statement. She's never afraid to take some nasty bumps. She's never afraid to get her ass kicked.
Yeah.
They booked Raquel sensationally. and I think every match had the right winner.
Yeah,
So that was nice.
tend to agree.
What about? So, I was a little bit surprised that, and I mean, I don't know if I should have been surprised, like if it's just because I've not been paying close enough attention to the Fed recently, but Randy Orton winning.
I was
Very pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I was about to say to Dev's point, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because honestly, and I'm a Cody fan, by the way, I really didn't want to see Drew versus Cody for the upteenth time.
Worst case
bro.
scenario,
I
Jay
hated
would have
it.
won that chamber. And
Yeah,
that
really.
didn't come into fruition.
To be fair, we could have gotten Jay winning the chamber or Logan Paul.
Crisis averted, if I'm being completely
Yeah,
honest.
honestly, we got the best outcome as opposed to two of the worst. So
I wasn't
am
super
not-
surprised at or I should say I wouldn't have been surprised at Cody Strong arming his way through that chamber because he does at every given chance. And I wasn't really worried about Cody because the way they've been booking that title scene,
Yeah.
there's too many bodies. It was never going to be a 1v1. So even if Cody won his chamber, we're getting a 3-way of some type.
Yeah, I agree with
Best
that.
case
Well, I think-
scenario.
And honestly, I know you love your 3 ways. Gotta get the gimmick in there, but I agree with you. I think it works. I am pleasantly surprised at how they went about going through with that. Honestly, this show is pretty good as far as booking. The 3 matches prior to that, yes, standard fare. You knew the results, but sometimes knowing the result is not necessarily a bad thing. And yeah, overall, I was actually pleasantly surprised because, like you, Dev, I didn't really have. I'll say this much: I had no expectations going in when I was watching this. I'm like, oh god, I gotta watch the show. But I was pleasantly surprised. I will give them credit when it's due. I think this is a very good show. Now,
The woman
the crowd is a different
Killed
story. The women did kill it.
Ugh.
Yes. I really like the women's chamber. I really like the men's chamber. And that's like your draw for a show called Elimination Chamber. So who am I to complain? Now, the crowd. Oh boy, the crowd. All right. That's a whole different story. And I want to get everybody's thoughts on this, Lou, Dev, especially you, Hannibal. This I got to talk about because it's chaps.
Well, hang on before you do,
Okay.
because what I'm now a little bit confused about. So Randy Orton won,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So that means he gets a title shot at WrestleMania.
Yes.
correct.
So he should be, as things stand, he should be fighting Drew McIntyre for the championship, right?
Yes, but
if
now
Drew McIntyre successfully defends his title this week.
Yes.
Well, this is what I mean. Like, it just feels like we're either going to get a title change, and we never get title changes on TV, right? Especially WWE. They very rarely do it. But we're either going to get that, or we're going to get a 3-way. Is that basically what's going to happen?
I think
Yeah.
it's both and not either or. To be honest with you, I think that's what I think that's what's happening, and I think
Right.
McIntyre does walk out as a champion. Finally gets his moment in front of our crowd. But that's my prediction.
So
I
what
do
you
not
think he's
think
going
that.
to lose it to Cody
Yes.
and then win it back at Mania?
Yes, that's exactly what I think. That's how I think they set up the triple threat match. Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, not ideal in the title lineage.
Look,
However,
I've
I'd
said
rather
for the
that
longest time.
than
I've said for the longest time that Drew got done dirty. Not his fault, not their fault that he won his first title during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
At the worst Mania, right? It's no one's fault. Like, the world was what it was at the time. But they've had so many times to rectify that and failed that at this point it feels really shoehorned in if that's what they're going to do. So, whatever.
I'll say this much. As far as like the actual crowd, this is kind of my point, and this is like the issue that I have with the crowd. And this, by the way, I'm not blaming the crowd. I blaming the company. Okay, I want to make that evidently clear. This is what happens when you decide to upcharge your damn company to the point where you need to put a down payment on a house just to go to one of these shows. What really infuriated me was that they tried on commentary with Cole to basically blame the heels as to why the crowd were silent, and basically effectively buried their 2 singles matches, which was AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, and Punk versus Balor. Really didn't like that. And it's not just because, oh, I'm a fan of Punk, oh, I'm a fan of I'm a fan of Becky and AJ, whatever. It's not even that. You shouldn't be doing that to your talent, period.
Yeah.
Like, that pissed me off. That chapped my ass to no end. Hear me and hear me good, as Slick would say, that is a 2-pack ass decision. Because what is the end goal there? You're doing it because you're trying literally to make them the scapegoat as to why the crowd is silent, when in actuality, you're upcharging your events way too high, especially for Elimination Chamber. Okay, let's just put all cards on the table. And you're wondering why the crowd is silent. This is the market you want. So don't complain when the market you want is not making noise because they could give a shit less and they're just there because, well, this is what rich people do now. You did this. Nobody else did this. This was you. Period.
They really brought it upon themselves.
Yeah, seriously. They're the ones that shot themselves in the foot. Don't get mad because you got a bullet hole in the freaking toe now. All right? I mean, come on.
I think it's a combination of people that are just there for the sake of being there because it costs more money to go.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's also for the people that are there with regret. And what I mean is, right, I've not got kids who are into wrestling. So I'm not in a position where I'm getting nagged to go to a big WWE event and paying thousands of dollars, right, to go and do it.
Yeah.
But if I was basically being forced to do it because what my kids want to do, I'd be sitting there pissed off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to be going to a wrestling show like for 4 matches. Probably not a good view because the tickets are expensive. Having to buy drink, having to buy food, having to buy merch.
Yeah.
Like it becomes an expensive day. And the thing is, like, when I first started going to wrestling and I was going to like independent shows, right? It was very much a cheap night out.
Yeah.
Even when I started going to to AEW, to WWE, it wasn't too bad.
No.
Like in the grand scheme of things of what things cost, what concerts cost, it wasn't too bad.
No.
But now you're effectively paying Taylor Swift prices,
which is ridiculous,
to see 4 matches.
And to add to your point, Hannibal, like, everybody knows I'm broke now because I don't have a job. I'm getting a job soon. But like, even if I got like a minimum wage job, back in like, high school, going in my college, I could have easily gone to a WWE show or vice versa, indie show any day of the month if I truly wanted to. There's no way you can do that now. Even on minimum wage income, there's just no way you could justify it.
I was going to go to Mania 30. Like I had tickets to go to WrestleMania 30, and the tickets we bought gave us access to the Hall of Fame, the NXT. There was an NXT show. Actually, no. I think it was SmackDown, NXT, Hall of Fame, WrestleMania, and the Raw on the Monday, right? It was something like that. Maybe the X2 show wasn't included. I can't remember. But it was something like that. We were going to have a whole weekend of wrestling, right? And we were going to sit in like the mid-level, so not the floor, not the gods, mid-tier. And I think the ticket was about $700 for that whole weekend, effectively, of wrestling, you know? And now that's not enough to get you into WrestleMania Night 1. So,
James, if you're talking, you're muted.
yeah, James, we are
Sorry,
not hearing you.
To your point, it's like you have to pay triple the price in order to just get that. That it's ridiculous. To your point, as we got another guest, by the way.
So James, were you muted those times? I thought my Wi-Fi was on the fritz.
No. That was everybody else could hear me. But
I would really like to blame you for that. Can you just
please do?
I mean, you could always blame me for that.
Yes.
Real quick, I'm going to just share this tweet. And honestly, I tend to agree with this. This was a tweet Dev just sent in the private chat, and couldn't agree more with this. Takes deep breath. This wasn't a Chicago crowd. The Chicago crowd can't afford to go to shows anymore. Yep.
Hey, we see a collective member under that tweet.
Hey,
and speaking of, there are so many wrestling shows with affordable ticket prices that can come into Chicago throughout the year. Most average wrestling fans choose to go to those shows over the Chamber, so it makes sense that the reactions are different from your average Chicago show. That is from
apologize.
Wow, that guy's a nerd.
I meant to say fans, plural. My apologies.
Yeah, you're fine. Typos happen, but yeah,
Definitely blocking that account. Am I right?
yeah, right. Such a dub thing to say. Real quick, we got two people waiting in the queue. We'll bring you up, but first, Dev, since I brought the tweet up, we'll go to you first. Then we'll go to Lou. Then we'll switch over to back to Ash. Then to Nick. So, Dev, what are your thoughts on this topic as far as the ticket prices and the crowd and everything in between? Oh,
I think Dev's just like pulling your leg now. I don't think he's even
Come on now.
about
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
damn, this is not that terrible timing.
Terrible timing, my friend.
All right, well, Lou, what about yourself? What do you think?
That's true. We'll go to Lou.
Honestly, I haven't really been one to attend the show for one reason or another, but recently it just further pushes the narrative that I don't think I'll ever really go to one for as long as the ticket prices keep increasing as bad as they are now.
Yeah.
If it's gonna cost more than an arm and a leg to attend the show of any variety, then what's the point of making that investment?
Yeah, I agree. You can't reasonably justify it. So.
I mean, like, the thing is, I've sat at places before and not been able to enjoy myself because I was thinking, you know, what I could have done instead of going here.
Right.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, you shouldn't. And look, I will go and do things that I don't necessarily want to do. Right? I'm not saying that you know, if you got family, if you got friends,
right,
you got to do stuff from time to time that you don't want to do. Right?
Yeah.
But when you are doing something you kind of want to do, but you know that you are paying through the nose just because you don't want to miss out. You know, it's. I mean, I will see now the first all in Wembley, I paid just under £200 for my ticket. I was on the floor. I was about 8 rows back. It was the most I'd ever paid for a wrestling show, and I was thinking, well, I've been waiting for this a long time.
Yeah.
I wasn't going away, so I was like, you know, I don't mind spending a little bit extra money, but I was thinking to myself, this better be fucking good, because
really.
I will be pissed. And I mean, it was. I didn't feel that I'd wasted my money, and that's all you can want. But I don't feel that you get. I mean, obviously, it depends on how you enjoy things, but I honestly don't think you've got a 4-match card that you're paying that much money for.
By the way, this was one of WWE's better shows under this format, mind you.
Yeah.
It's still not worth the price.
No.
I'm with Hannibal 100% on that.
No. And
They didn't even have Joe Hendry.
There you go.
Exactly.
But the other thing as well, like if you think about how those how the tickets were selling right up until the event, they dropped those prices about 10 days out. They shifted about another 3,000 or 4,000 tickets. What should that teach them?
Yeah.
They're there to make money. I'm not saying they shouldn't do, but they need to reevaluate how much they're like charging for tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Saudi Arabia, it doesn't matter because they're getting paid to go there. No one can show up. They don't care about Saudi.
Absolutely.
And Vegas, Mania, they're not as bothered as they would have been other times because, again, Vegas has paid for that event to be there, right? But optically, it will look bad if they don't sell enough tickets. They have sold enough tickets at this time where they can make it look good. They can make it look good. But what they won't be able to do is the shots like they did last year because they are going to have about half the people they did this year. Yeah. AEW had the same thing when they went back to Wembley. When they went back to Wembley for 24, they sold about 50,000 tickets, but they'd also put in a big entrance that they hadn't had the previous year.
And it was way more justified to go to that show under a way more affordable price back then, too.
Sure, but it's how you make it's how you can make it look.
Yeah,
and they'll make it work, but I think they really need to take the last few months and events and think maybe we need to think about this. But,
yeah, I mean, to your point, I highlighted a comment, and normally I don't read them, but I think this is definitely something we should read here. They might want that though. As much as it stinks for fans, I don't see them stopping anytime soon because it makes a bunch of money. I'd love to be wrong though.
There's a break-even point, and that's what they're getting to at the moment. And there will be a point where they will just about make enough money, but they won't have it optically. It won't look good, and they need it to do both. They need it to look full, and they also need to make money. So I think the prices will drop a little bit. They won't ever go back. The Pandora's box has been opened. It won't go back unless the arse falls out of the wrestling industry, which has happened before. So it can happen again. But what I mean is that as of things right now, ticket prices will come down slightly. They'll find the level where they can sell enough and fill the arenas up enough, and they'll do that. So
one can only hope, but I hope it just gets back to affordable prices because this is getting ridiculous. Like when you're making Nintendo overall look like a cheap alternative, like there's a problem. I'm serious.
All right.
With that said, Lou, before we drop you for our next person that we're going to bring up, real quick, any other thoughts that you have for the Chamber as a whole as a show?
I'm going to be completely honest. I wasn't really all that focused on the Chamber. I was more focused on a new beginning more than anything. Honestly.
Yeah, valid. To be fair, I chose to watch the GCW show. That was a better use of my time, in my opinion. So
granted,
totally valid.
The only reason I'd really cared about the Chamber to begin with, because I'd entered another predictions podcast pick my predictions. So if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, valid. I hear it, man. Thank you for stopping by, Lou. Stick by. We will bring you back up momentarily. We will highlight this comment as well, and then we'll bring her back up. The price gouging of TKO is ridiculous. It's going to get a point where there is only corporate suits and ties that will be attending because they're the only ones that can afford it. With that, I bring back Ash.
I mean, Ash, I can't disagree because you're right. You're spot on. But at the same time, they don't care. They don't care. Because at the end of the day, they just want people in there. They don't care who it is. As long as they're making money, they don't care. So,
yeah. Because this whole company has become so corporate. It's ridiculous.
And by the way, that's not just with WWE. That is TKO wide. UFC, their bull riding league. I have one person like DM me, like, get the Fed logic out of my WWE or out of my bull riding league. Like I have someone that works there, and he's sick of the fucking price gouging too. So
You shouldn't be having people dressed in suit and ties watching watching bull riding. But maybe that's me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being old fashioned. I don't know.
Real quick, we will bring up as well someone who has been a while since we've seen him. We will bring him up here, Nick. Let's go to your thoughts. And you know what? We will save the best for last in Terrorist Dev because I want to hear his thoughts as well. Your thoughts on what we're talking about as far as the pay-per-view itself, but also the price gouging of TKO.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Oh my God, Nick!
Elimination Chamber and the price gouging of the TKO.
Yes.
We're talking about gouging of the eyes. No, price gouging. Oh,
yes, and the Elimination Chamber event that took place.
It's business, buddy. It's business. As much as we hate it, it's business.
Yeah, but like to your point, Nick, like seriously, like how much business, especially in the short term, is this worth price gouging?
Hang on, can I just before Nick asks that question, I'm trying to work out. Are you trying to
It'll never
cosplay?
end. Money is the root of all evil.
I know.
Are you Nick? Hang on. Are you trying to cosplay? I'm trying to work out how you're trying to cosplay.
I can't hear a word Hannibal say. I don't know
God
why.
Damn it! What is going on with StreamYard?
It's on my feed. No, it's mine. It has to be mine. Like I can't hear. So that's why I keep coming in and out. Is because every time somebody comes in, hold on, let me go out.
Yeah, something's up there. This happens. This happens all the time.
Does it?
Yeah. So recently, I think StreamYard's just been having issues because Jeff Meacham had the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now apparently Dev had a problem with me and hearing me. So it's been screwing up left, right, and center. I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
right.
Is StreamYard owned by Elon Musk now? Is that why we're having so much issues with it?
Don't give him ideas.
It's jokes, by the way. Ha ha, funny.
I hope it stays a joke and not reality.
If it is, if it becomes reality, you can blame me for sending that shit into the ether.
Yeah.
It's all your fault, Ash. It's all your fault.
Hey, that's not a way to treat your Canadian cohort. What's
blame Canada. Blame
Canada.
Blame Canada.
Right. So, Nick, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good, buddy.
My apologies.
I don't know. It's been going on for a while. Every time.
Yeah.
Somebody goes.
We already explained it. Go ahead.
I was confused as to who you was cosplaying as because you looked a little bit like Emperor Palpatine, but also a little bit like weirdly the guy from Curious George in the yellow hat. I know it wasn't a yellow hat, but the way it was positioned, it kind of looked like it could have been that.
With the poncho,
yeah.
I can see it. I can see it.
No, I just it's cold in my place.
Fair.
Going
back
to the pricing. I mean, dude, they're in the business. Like you see these deals that guys are making. Like TV deals are outrageous. The merging that's going on in Hollywood, like. It all kind of adds up. So
yeah, no, I hear it.
Can you imagine getting paid $2.8 billion to not do a deal? Like,
yeah,
what are we even talking about here? It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's all money. Listen, if you have listen, this is not telling anybody. If you have the money and you want to go and do it, fuck, dude, go
yeah.
I'm not spending $4,000 on wrestling tickets. I think I'd become divorced at that point.
Yeah, really. No, I hear it. 100%.
But if people want to do it, hey man, all the powers to you, right?
Yeah, valid. Let us bring in. You know what? We'll do 3 people for now, but eventually we are going to rotate out. All right, because I do want to get this man as he is sharing onto his X as well. So thank you very much, man. Let's bring in Carlos. Co-host of Queens Road and Hot Dog and a Handshake and the Raw Recap and Wednesday Night Chaos joins us here tonight on Tism. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? Glad to be here. It's been I haven't been on since it's been on the YouTube. I just want to say really proud of the job you guys are doing. I love this show and what it stands for. So just proud to be here. Proud to be supporting.
Love you, brother. Love you.
I think
anything-
Carlos is the only person in the collective that does more shows than me.
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. Carlos, anything you want to say about what we've been talking about as far as Elimination Chamber and then the price gouging? What did you think of the show? And also, what do you think of the price gouging?
Show was trash. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You guys are being too fucking nice. Yeah,
Alright.
it was fucking garbage. Hot trash.
Thank you.
The crowd was why they were because it was boring as fuck. They're like they're like, I paid how much for this shit? Fuck this. I'm sorry, it was fucking garbage. I don't agree with, like, it's fucking trash, utter trash. I'm glad I work on Saturday, so I was able to fast forward through it and finish in about 90 minutes.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, holy shit, Carlo. Honestly, I thought you would be more kind to the show, but damn, okay, shit.
Nope. I'm not gonna be kind at all. It was garbage. It's hot garbage. And again, the crowd. But the price gouging thing, I said this a year ago because I went to the Raw before Mania last year. Probably the last show I go to because I was like the collective. We were all hopeful AJ was gonna go to AEW then, and I thought it was gonna be my last chance to see AJ Styles live in WWE. So I went to the show. Yeah, and so but the thing is, I waited the day of. I got to sit in the 5th row, and I got 50% off my ticket. So I'm glad that people are being smart and waiting until the day of or a couple days. Because if you live in the area and you can wait, you're gonna save yourself a lot of money if you wait.
Oh my god!
Shit, man. Fair enough.
Better late than never.
Swiss Carlos, everyone.
Just bury them 6 feet under for the people.
As you guys know, I like WWE, but even I was busy. I was roading for some friends on Friday for a friend's band.
Yeah.
I came home I'm like, I'm not watching SmackDown. I'm watching the highlights. And again, I tell people I'm multitasking. So usually I'm on my phone and on Smack. I'm watching WWE. So I never hate watch. I don't believe in that. But I just have no interest in it. It's boring as fuck. I mean, they should I want to give credit. Want to give credit to In the Weeds. I think it was Jeremy or Joel. They said you should become Detective Hausen. He should just be solving all the fucking mysteries in WWE right now. Because there's so many mysteries to still be solved. You know, he can be Detective Hausen. You know, and solve it. But it was uninspiring. Again, the thing I was hoping for is let's do something different. You know, maybe we have Tiffany win. We put Chelsea in the match in a 3-way. You know, Dev's favorite. You know, maybe we put LA Knight in there and have him finally win. It just was very uninspiring. You know, and again, when Balor hasn't won a match in like 15 months. I'm not excited about the match. It was good, but I wasn't interested in it.
Valid. It's just honestly, I'm just shocked to hear Carlos go off like that. I don't think we hear that often.
I think we should have it. I think we should hear it more.
Yeah, honestly, I like.
No, I'll be honest. I mean, for what it was, you know, Bully Ray was sitting there saying, "Oh, you know, people, WWE didn't set any expectations with the box." Yeah, you fucking did. We only have 4 matches, and you're promoting the box. You set expectations for it. So again, you did set expectations. Fuck you, Bully Ray. Go get your direct deposit from WWE and go buy yourself a fucking hamburger. You set expectations. And the fact that they didn't have him interacting with CM Punk, I'm like, dude, have him interact with CM Punk, give him the best chance to succeed, and they just fucking dropped that too. Because probably the one person who didn't want him there fucking did the segment. Yeah. But I'm glad he got to work with his wife. I mean, that's again, I focus on the positive. I think Danhausen getting to work with his wife is a beautiful thing. Congratulations for that.
All right, fair enough. What we will do real quick is Ash, if there's anything else you want to say it quickly in 30 seconds, because I want to try to bring Lou back up and also try to get Dev in here, because now I got to hear Dev's thoughts after that tirade by Carlos.
To be honest, I didn't really have high expectations for the chamber. I thought it was fine. That's what it was. I enjoyed the women's chamber match. That was it. I love how Tiffany looked really good in there. She was bumping like a mofo in that match. Yeah. She was like, yeah, let me go take all the fucking bumps for you guys. Put me through all the pods, everything. I just wanted to feel the wrap of the chamber, and she did. And she had a good showing against Rhea Ripley. There was a couple of interactions in the women's chambers match that made me want to go, oh, wow, I would love to see a match between Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton, and also with Alexa Bliss, because that little exchange they had before they spilled onto the outside. I thought that was good. I enjoyed the Punk Balor match because I like both of them. They put on a hell of a show for me. And for the men's chamber, Becky and the AJ's match was fine for what it was.
Yeah.
The match really had like good character work because
Yeah,
Becky
that's
does a
fine.
good job of playing like the cocky bully,
Yeah.
and then AJ does a good job of playing the spunky underdog face that you just want to root behind and get the win. And I'm looking forward to see how the IC title picture goes going into WrestleMania. And for the men's match, I'll be real with you. I didn't really watch it because I got hungry, so I decided to make myself some soup. And by the time I was done, I saw the finish.
Fair enough. All right.
Well,
So-
that's smart. That's smart.
That's fair. That's fair. Thank you very much, Ash. We love you. Stay tuned for the fun question. We will bring you back up momentarily.
Sounds
We will
good.
bring everybody up for that fun.
The one thing I want to say, I said this during the Rumble, is like, this is corporate wrestling. This is what they are now. This is corporate wrestling. There's no surprises. They play it safe. They're just trying to get as much money as they can. It's corporate wrestling. It's exactly what it is.
No, it is. It is. But you know what? Because you brought him up, I think it is time for the main event. I think we do need to talk about the box.
Yeah. And Dev liked the show because he won the prediction contest. That's the reason why Dev liked the show. He actually won a contest for once.
Of course he did.
For what it's worth, I am broadcasting from inside that box right now.
You took the box away.
I mean, look. Let's start with the actual box itself, right?
Yes, please.
Because I
believe this to hateable.
I did make a joke that we only saw 3 sides of the crate, right? And so maybe there was no one in the crate at all because it wasn't really a crate. Well, it wasn't a sealed crate. And then what do? They open this crate on the stage, and then Ryan pops in.
Danhausen.
He's in the box.
Jesus Christ.
Danhausen.
They open the box.
Right here.
They open the box to reveal a coffin.
Yo.
Yeah.
How
But it's not a
smooth.
coffin. It's
That's
not a
very
coffin. It's a door.
Yep.
It's a door. So, first of all,
Yep.
why is there a door in a crate?
This is a beautiful day in the neighborhousing.
Absolutely. And then they do that thing that they always do now, which is they have the wrestler say something at the beginning of their theme tune. So before anything else happens, the music starts, but you hear Danhausen talk.
It's
So
the glass
that's
shatter
fucking
house.
Danhausen. Right? So there's no surprise. And then these women came out. Now, admittedly, one of them was his wife. Fair play, that's a nice touch, right? No, she's a dancer, that's cool. So they come out, one trips over, always great. And they start doing this crappy, Thriller knockoff thing, right?
They're paying tribute to LA Knight really quick.
Huh?
Oh my
Oh my
God.
goodness gracious, Carlos! What the hell?
Carlos on one
This
today.
anti LA Knight rhetoric? Nah.
Oh my
It's-
goodness.
It's allowed and tism. And then the man appears, right? Now look, I wasn't expecting Danhausen to have got like really buff in the time since we last saw him in Ring of Honor to today.
Yeah.
But one thing that's always been, I don't want to say a problem with Danhausen, but he's a skinny dude. Like for a wrestler,
He looks like
he's
how
very
people
small.
say Adam Cole looks. Let's be real.
Right. Yeah. He's
Yep.
very slim.
The
He's
amount of
very
shit
slim.
that Adam Cole got is a lot more accurate about Danhausen. He's a great guy. He's just slim.
Yeah. But he's not put muscle or anything like that. So he comes out, and the music is like a knockoff of his Mikey Ruckus AEW thing, which is cool. I think is cool because again, it's happened about 5 or 6 times now. It clearly means that he does good work because you wouldn't knock it off if he did bad work. So he's doing good work.
Yeah.
And then Danhausen appears, and the crowd goes mild, and I was like, "Ooh."
Hey, boo. Well,
Did y'all see that mini portable video
Yeah.
where she was reacting to it? And like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell people how to react one way or another, right? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
But she's having a great time. It's like, oh, it's Danhausen, and then the guy behind him's like, oh, what the Fuck!
Dude, okay.
Who
So I have
booked this
seen
shit?
No, I have seen this. This is the guy who was like, no. That guy.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, right? You know, it's Danhausen.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, like, we've had this argument on other spaces, on other podcasts before, right? What's a needle mover? And I've said, I don't believe there's one left. I legitimately do not think there's anyone in any wrestling
I
company
think someone
today.
proved you wrong on Saturday.
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't realize the needle could go like past the point of 0 and then back down again, but sure. I guess that proved me wrong.
Like a needle to the eye? Is that what you're talking about? Like a needle to the eye as far as the needle mover?
It hit 0 and then went backwards.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was quite surprised. You know what? I was quite surprised I wasn't at the same time, because I think the problem is that Danhausen, like Joe Hendry, is a meme wrestler. Like, he was more famous. I knew a Danhausen.
Don't put that out there. Don't even put that combo out there.
No. Don't worry. I wasn't going to do that.
Please,
That's why I'm not mentioning his name. Their name. But I was aware of Danhausen before I'd even seen him wrestle a match. I was seeing him on vlogs. I saw him being interviewed on Conan the Bride. I saw him being interviewed by Van Vliet. You know, I was aware of the character and the guy, and I quite liked what he was doing. But he's never been a great wrestler. Not been a bad wrestler, but never been great. Like, I've never seen a great Danhausen match. I don't think I've seen a good Danhausen match. I like the gimmick and I like the guy behind it. I think he does a good job. But when you've been hyping something up for like a few weeks, you've already got a show people have paid a lot of money to go to.
People thought it was going to be Chris Jericho.
This is right. And I mean, look. I know why
Break the
people
house
thought it might be
down.
Jericho, but you know, I think none of us here thought it was going to be Chris Jericho. But
Nope.
You've gone to a show, you paid a lot of money, you've got 4 matches, that's all you've got, and then you've got this big reveal that been hyping up for a few weeks, and then out walks Danhausen.
Yeah.
I actually, you know what? They did something I didn't think they could do. They made me feel sorry for Danhausen, because I had gone from a Danhausen fan to, I wouldn't say a hater. I don't hate Danhausen, but I've been very disappointed in him. Very disappointed, very lame, because I think he acted like a petulant child when he was in AEW, and that's why he was off TV. But outside of that, you know, I wish anybody well. I hope they go and get the bag and do all of that stuff.
Like, you've heard the stories of how he's taking care of talent in certain circumstances because of this, because of the reaction.
Yeah.
Also, I saw our resident number 1 Danhausen fan above us had his hand raised. Fishhausen.
Yes, Fishhausen.
Fishhausen.
I've been telling you, I don't know where the discourse of people being surprised or had their expectations set on anything else, but I've been telling you for a month that it was going to be Danhausen. I've been praying that it was going to be Danhausen, and you know,
Me too.
I knew it was going to be Danhausen.
And it was Danhausen.
The people who thought it would be Y2J Hausen. I don't know where you thought, but Savior Hausen is currently still locked down to an AEW contract, and will not be around until at least October, probably. So it is what it is.
Well, there's
I said this.
Mhm.
I said this in the Discord the other day. I think Danhausen will do well in WWE. He's a comedy character. He can be this next generation's Ron Killings, Santino.
He's going to get
That's
killed
be the
by
vibe
Oba
that he
Femi.
fills. And, you know, honestly, murdered, eviscerated,
Sorry,
destroyed.
unalive. We're on YouTube.
Yeah, you're right.
We were.
Yeah, we have to remain. You know, but
I
Danhausen
didn't say
will
the
do
K
just
word.
fine.
I said unalived. Okay, don't strike us down, please.
Yeah, you know, miss me if you're, you know, TikTok censors everybody. I'm a good old. Hold on, who's calling me?
Oh,
But
you
you gotta love long term storytelling, right? Because when
I
Britt Baker comes back to get her teeth in 2
I love
years, then it'll
I
be
love
all the worse.
it. I'm not even supposed to be here, and then I go on, and then the phone rings. Anyways,
Oh, there it is.
Danhausen's going to be fun. I heard the music. This is the most Death Rebel thing to ever been Death Rebelled.
Did your voice just change?
Your voice changed, by the way. Your mic changed, but don't worry.
Yeah, because people ignore. Hold on. It is the most.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Now we lost.
We can hear.
all right.
Okay,
There we go.
Yeah, we
We're
can
back.
hear
We're
you.
back.
There we go. Technical
Danhausen.
difficulties. Okay.
Back.
Yeah. We are cursed, much like that fucking theme music. All right. It is what it is. All I'll say as far as Danhausen is concerned is, if you like him, you like him. If you don't like him, you don't like him. It is what it is. And, curse you to WWE mid-carder for life. Lower mid-carder. Okay. He will bring back the 24/7 title.
Yeah, he probably will. Listen, I just want to state this before we bring up our next couple of guests, because we got some people waiting in the queue here.
Well, James, before you do that,
Yes.
Fish was talking about something, like of what people thought it was. And I think I have a perfect image to encapsulate what people thought it was.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
Y2J-Hausen?
Y2J-Hausen. No.
Jerry Hausen,
Chris
baby.
Jerryhausen?
Jerry Hausen. Oh,
Break the Hausen down.
NDA Hausen?
Oh, that's funny. Okay, listen.
Non-disclosed Hausen?
Listen.
Exactly, NDA Hausen. NDA Hausen.
NDA Hausen.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, NDA Hausen.
What they said is not representative of the Wrestle Collective. It is representative of the Wrestle Fish and Carlos Estrada.
What?
Estrada Hausen.
We are a lawyer in kayfabe, okay? I call hearsay.
I'm just gonna state
Objection.
What's so weird about everything that we're talking about, by the way, as we see, Hannibal has become Invisible Man. Invisible Hausen.
Invisible Hausen.
I don't understand why they decided to do that. Like, I think it's done by design.
Right, hang on.
Weirdly?
Right, hang on.
Design Hausen?
Oh,
Right.
Did you so why are you down? Did you fall? Are you doing something you shouldn't be doing on stream?
No,
Or
when
on
I saw
YouTube,
that,
my friend.
when I saw that picture,
Blowhausen?
I went under the table.
Oh,
Under the table Hausen.
I was scared.
I'm
Scared
scared.
Hausen. I'm
Scared
scared.
Hausen.
All right, before I want it like James. has
Yale
got-
Hausen?
Yeah, I said
James has
my thing. I said my thing. I think
James,
it's
no. James has got this wild thing that he publicly said to me, and I deliberately ignored because I need to have this out in public with him. So before we go to that, I want to ask everyone else here. So everyone else that's on here in a moment. So Lou, what did you think of the Danhausen reveal?
Make sure you mute Carlos, by the way. Go ahead, Lou.
Keep it short and sweet. I wasn't really paying much attention. I honestly seen a clip of it on YouTube. Like, I had it as ambiance. I was more so locked in on A New Beginning more than the chamber itself.
Yes.
Fair.
With that, let's just real quick, because he's been waiting extremely patiently, and then I'm gonna try to get Dev, but we've been having tech issues all day on StreamYard here. Slick.
Oh, Slickhausen.
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 Hello, Slickhausen.
Oh man, finally, it's about time.
Jordan
How you guys doing?
It's
I'm all right, Hausen.
I'm all right.
It's a Monday Hausen.
It is a Monday Hausen.
By the way, that's his whole gimmick, right?
This Hausen bit is never going to end Hausen.
Fed Hausen on the Monday Hausen.
For the sake of the collective, it fucking will. On the Danhausen debut, and you guys will hear my my more in-depth takes, obviously, probably this Thursday on No Dirt Just Dialogue with Andrew Baydala and Drew Springsteen on Final Bell Media.
There you go.
And we'll talk about a little bit more on Collective Weekly this week as well. But the Danhausen, and I'll be repeating this. I think they hurt him by doing this debut live in front of a crowd.
I agree.
I think it would have been better served as a backstage segment because there's a lot of things that came with having him come and debut in a live crowd. Again, a lot of pomp and circumstance. Do we really think he's going to get the Danhausen girls every week, every entrance? Is that going to be a thing? Are they going to be a part of? Are they going to be like, or is this going to be like a Adam Rose situation where he kind of has a bunch of like random extras follow him and they kind of come out? I could see now. I could possibly see something like that, right? Because allegedly one of those women, well, not allegedly, it was confirmed one of those people was his wife, which is cool, which is great. Shout out to him. But I don't think he's going to get this same presentation every week. So I think that one will hurt him. Two, and I want to shout out, I want to say it was Ash in the comments, right, earlier. Comedy acts and pro wrestling are polarizing topic, right? Very, very polarizing. And we have to understand what polarizing is. And, I'm sorry to monologue here, but polarizing means there are as many people like it, there are many people who hate it as well.
Yep.
And so comedy and wrestling, especially in and I don't think I'll be offending anybody by saying this, in an overproduced wrestling style that WWE has. It's very, very overproduced. Let's keep it a buck. One thing that nobody was talking about was, goddamn, there was a lot of ads on that ring, right?
Oh yeah.
So
the plug house.
Very, plug house. Very much, WWE is very much an overproduced, style. So comedy, the
kind of like what we
talked
about on episode 20 of Collective Weekly.
Yeah.
Where could one watch that
the
episode?
lane? You should. The lane of comedy for wrestling in WWE is very small. Like R-Truth ceiling was what it was because he was comedy. Santino Marella was what he was because he was comedy. Eugene was what he was because he's comedy, so on, so forth. So I say all that to say, like, this was very, very overhyped just for him to be a comedy act. So this is bringing the people up just to bring them down. And I don't see how this benefited anybody. I think it hurt him. I think there are a lot of people who are being fake about it too. I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is great. I love it. I love it. I love it." It's like, dog, man, that's great. Danhausen himself may be great. The character, the talent himself is awesome. But the work that he does, do we really see that being a success in WWE?
Yeah.
Here's the other thing as well, right? And I because I talked about the entrance as well, but not as much as I would like to done because I had a lot more to say. But as you said, you're never going to see it again. But also, he's not going to be a wrestler you're going to be seeing on a weekly basis.
No,
like, he's not that kind of wrestler. You should be giving that kind of entrance and spectacle to your next big star, not to somebody who is going to spend 90% of their time backstage.
Yeah, really.
Doing skits, because that's what he's going to be doing.
Couldn't agree more. Lou, we're going to swap you out for Dev. We're going to try this one more time. Let's hope for the best here. Dev, it's been a while. Your thoughts on Chamber, your thoughts on Mr. Hausen. What are your thoughts on Chamber House? Dev. God damn it. No.
He has to get a new tech house.
This is the Lord's work, in my opinion.
Look.
We're trying. One more time.
Three-way Dev.
I can hear you.
Thank God. All right, go before we lose you again.
Go with my Chamber thoughts.
Yeah, just overall Chamber.
Well,
thoughts.
I never got to follow up on the crowd situation.
Yeah, go for it.
Personally, I never had an issue with the crowds, even going back to Jamie Hayter versus Statlander.
Okay.
Even when you guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah. I can still hear you.
Okay. Like that was like a notably dead crowd, but like that match was still cool. Like the crowds never really got to me like that because I've just I guess I'm kind of aloof about it, you know.
Val,
I immerse with or without the crowd. That includes like football games, even all kinds of things.
okay.
So the crowd didn't kill the quality of the show too much for me. The only thing that killed the show out of anything was the booking. The booking bothered me more than the
Really?
crowd did.
Wow. I thought you. Oh.
Logan Paul, I like the matches. Logan Paul pinned two black dudes back to
Yeah,
back.
that pissed me
Two
off.
black
That's the
yuck.
one negative on the booking. I'll give you.
Yuck.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
No,
That
not
was weird.
beyond that, they. I'm sorry, Deb, but they did all that with Logan Paul to have this run, right? This was a perfect opportunity for Trick Williams to have that run. You could have swapped spots with Trick and Logan Paul, still had Seth Rollins do what he do, and it would have had the same
Exactly.
effect
Logan could have
on
been
the
taken out
visual.
first, and he could close
You
that
know,
fucking gate. That gate was
that,
left up
that
for 20 fucking minutes.
thank you. Like the vision, all the stuff with the vision would have had the same exact effect, but you would have elevated Trick Williams in this match. Like Trick
Jordan,
Williams
you know what it seems like?
plateaued. What?
It seems like they had the layout and because there was the news that broke around Bronson Reed getting injured. He was originally planning to win the Chamber qualifier, and instead of altering the layout of the match so that it fit the talent in the match, they kept the layout that they had as if Bronson Reed was in Logan Paul's spot.
Yeah.
Where it would have made a lot more sense if Bronson Reed had eliminated three different guys because he's the big powerhouse. But Logan Paul, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I agree with you guys. I agree with you.
But they did it to show that Logan Paul. Oh, look, Logan didn't have weeks to train, guys. He came in just on a less than a week's notice to get a fine. They did it for that reason. Trust me, there's more than one reason when they just fucking played.
I mean, he's in with the crowd they're trying to get anyway. CryptoZoom, anybody? Dev, continue.
No, I was just saying I agree with what Jordan was saying, and ironically, like again, the way he was booked was baffling, but I did enjoy his in-ring performance in the match. He's a very entertaining heel to me.
Mm-hmm. No, valid. Alrighty. Yeah. So you didn't mind Danhausen, Mr. Danhausen? Did you
Man, that was such a bad idea. I didn't really think they would go through with that, and I couldn't help. Sometimes I consume these magical green plants, and I just couldn't get over specifically that. It was so well timed for me. I couldn't stop laughing. I was watching it with the collective as a family. Shout out to the collective. And man, Danhausen, nobody has made me laugh like how Danhausen did in quite a while. But that was such a bad thing. Like,
Even
they
me?
did that just for me.
Yeah, really.
And that's not good.
What about me?
Even the GM's faces were like, "Fuck this dumb shit." When they opened the crate, they're like, "Fuck this." They both literally made that face, like, "Fuck this."
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm thinking they did it on purpose, though, because it's like you got them doing that reaction, and I feel like that's done by design. It's still done by.
It was the gobbledygooker, man.
Yeah, this is what
they had. They had their gobbledygooker moment in 2026.
Yeah, so yeah, James has this thing. He said to me publicly, "Hey, I think they did this on purpose," and I'm like, I don't buy it because, quite frankly, they need every bit of positivity they could have right now. Like, they are in a position where, for the first time since before the pandemic, the diehard WWE fans are saying, this is not good, this is not entertaining, the build for WrestleMania is rubbish. Like, they are really, really turning it like against the company. So what you need to do when you've got that is you need to give people reasons to want to watch.
I agree with you there.
I understand that by doing shit like this with Danhausen, it gets you a bit of buzz and all that kind of like nonsense, right? I understand that, but even so, I don't think it's what they wanted. And I did see, and I appreciate this is Meltzer, right? I appreciate this is Meltzer, so whatever. But he said that the decision to bring Danhausen in was not unanimous.
Yeah,
we know Phil, big fan of him, definitely would have been pulling for him to come in for a while now. And look, the guy's going to sell a load of merch, so they'll get their money back off him. But I do wonder as well if it was designed to fail.
Yeah, that's kind of why that's kind of what I think. I think they.
I think it was one of those people. One of those people who wasn't a fan of bringing him in was the producer. I guarantee you.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go and bring in one more caller here who is waiting patiently. Winnie the Kid, welcome.
Hello. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
We can hear you perfectly well, thank you.
Yes.
I've never used StreamYard before, so let me know if anything changes.
Yeah.
No, you're all good. You're good.
You're all set.
Cool.
So, your thoughts on Chamber and the Mystery Housing?
I would say I did not end up watching the men's chamber, but I watched everything else. I actually was catching up before the call. I will say the Becky and AJ match, I may be missing some context, but I was also kind of like confused on. I get that it's AJ's like first singles match in a minute. I like AJ's style. I like that she's a lot more technical with a lot of her submissions.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that personally. Maybe I just haven't watched Becky Lynch in a minute, but I felt a little bad for AJ because it felt like such an I don't want to say an underwhelming win, but I think someone brought up the crowd in Chicago with it being like priced out and them kind of using like commentary kind of using that as like, oh, it's your fault, like kind of scapegoaty. So maybe it could have been that.
Yes. Yes, it was. My opinion.
No, I agree. And like I will say I don't normally tune in for like WWE pay-per-views unless there's something that catches my attention. And I'm a Punk and AJ fan, so I wanted to at least see how that went. I thought Punk and Balor was pretty good. Fan of both those guys. I would say the pacing with the pay-per-views too, and like this, I've noticed it's like even like when I first started getting into wrestling and was catching all the Raws, all the SmackDowns, all the pay-per-views. The pacing for the pay-per-views, I think, was kind of like part of like a turnoff for me, and it seems that they still do this.
Yeah.
Just like a note that I made because I think the last pay-per-view that I watched was I think which one was it that John Cena retired at? I'm so out of the loop.
Saturday night's main event, that was.
Yeah, Saturday night's main event. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like the last major thing that I caught. But yeah, I was quite surprised by Punk and Balor. I'll have to catch up more on Punk's the heavyweight reign right now, but I thought that match was pretty solid. I will say though, and I know someone else brought this up earlier, but the predictability of the victors, and especially for Punk, because I knew he's in Chicago, of course he's gonna win. But I could like forgive a little more because these are both very skilled performers and athletes, and like especially like going back and looking at when Balor was Prince Devitt in Bullet Club, like I don't want to say he gets slept on, but I feel like he's not talked a lot about, if that makes sense, like with how skilled he is technically in the mat.
Mm. Yeah, no, I thought that was an underrated match. I hear it.
So when I have a question for you, Winnie. As someone who hasn't tuned into WWE for a long time and was giving it a chance, did they give you enough on Saturday to tune in again?
Yeah, honestly, especially with Mr. Housen.
Yes, Mr. Housen, of course. Danhausen. I would say no. I would say no, but that's just more of a personal thing for me. And
no, be honest.
Again,
I want your honest opinion. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and sorry, I'm like stammering a lot.
No, you're valid. It's fine.
Sorry. The oh my god, I'm blanking. The accessibility portion of it, like like a lot of people getting priced out, and I have a little more merit on this because you know, I'm a very vehement defender of the independent circuit. I started working production actually on a local company, so this is something I'm very passionate about. And I had put in the comments earlier, like, you know, you can pay like $500 for not even a balcony ticket at like a big WWE event. Meanwhile, there's like, you could spend that money on like maybe 15 independent shows that are for like 25 tickets at the door, like, or $25 at the door.
Yep.
And my standpoint is just it's a lot more like support the wrestlers and not directly the company, because like the company is like, you know,
it
it's
louder. Say it louder, please.
Yeah, like, and that's kind of why I'm a little dodgy on WWE, because obviously there's talent in there that I like, but as like a whole, especially with like, you know, the stuff that Triple H and TKO are doing right now, not a fan of that. We'll say that outright. Do I still like I like Io Sky. I like CM Punk sometimes. That's another story. Like I like AJ, you know, like there are people that I'll tune in with, and I need to be better about this with like NXT, because I'm really intrigued by the Sol Ruka Zarya thing that just happened, and I kind of want to go get some more context. Hello, Dev. I knew you were coming here.
Hello, Dev. Very quickly, Dev, respond, and then we gotta kind of get to it.
Dev, he said NXT. You got anything?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, to answer Carlos's question, no, they didn't do enough for me to tune back in, but I think I will. So yeah, that's my bottom line.
Hey, Dev, fucking, oh my god! All right, guys, thank you all very much for tuning in to this edition of Wrestling with Tism. Really quick, we do have a fun question to end things off of. We're gonna
we want to add everyone back up for the fun question.
Yes, bring everybody in. Everybody comes in for the fun question.
There's a lot of people on screen.
We got a very fun question.
We're playing Hollywood Squares.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
Real quick, before we do that, there is one more thing I want to just plug real quick before we get to the fun question, and that is this lovely little website that is I tried to get it on there and then I screwed it. Oh, there we go. Shop.wc.com right here. Go check it out.
Hey.
Absolutely.
What? Oh, is that of your live screen?
Yes, this is my live
screen. You want to scroll down, show them some of our offerings?
The octopus shirt, which is Everybody Rocks, the Wrestle Collective beanie.
I think the octopus hold like merchandise in white.
The Dev Special right here, the TWC shirt. Yeah, go.
Taylor's got that too.
Taylor's got that. A lot of people got that. Go check it out.
I see Queens Road merch.
Queens Road right there, right here. Queens Road hoodie. Queens Road sticker. Shout out Queens Road.
Yes, shout out Queens Road. Everyone in Queens Road is awesome. Go
shout out Wrestling with Tism. Oh no.
We'll get there.
You get a plug, and you get a plug.
Yes.
Everybody gets a plug.
Everybody. Whoa!
You get
Prime month already?
Plug housing and plug housing.
Right.
But yes,
right, fun question. Come on.
Let's go to the Mr. Wrestlefish Ryan to introduce this fun question.
So we are Wrestling with Tism, and there's a lot of hobbies here. So as some of you could be aware, that the 30th anniversary of Pokemon just occurred on Friday, and subsequently they announced the new iteration of their games, and that are coming. Pokemon Wind and Waves is coming in 2027. A little bit further out than I would have asked for, but they did give us these 3 brand new starters. On the left of your screen, you have Brout. Brout is a chicken, and it's a grass starter type Pokemon. These are usually very easy starters to pick because there's usually always something that it can tank really early in the game. The
Historically,
middle we have. Oh yeah, it has the Rock Lee eyes, and that's something that I like. I saw some rumor and speculation about the theories of what it can potentially evolve into. The suggestion is it's going to be a sumo wrestler. In the middle, we have Ponbon, which
My
is
boy.
or Pombon. Sorry, it's a Pomeranian and it's a fire Pokemon. And you don't see what they did there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun Pokemon, but the little top of its head almost looks like it's a paintbrush, and it looks like it will be inspired by calligraphy.
Yes.
And so, that's a style of Japanese art and writing. I'm not familiar enough with it to lay it down, but that's the vibe in which Pombon is. And on the right screen, we have my adorable, the Pokemon that I've chosen, the vibe, the emotional support animal. That is Gekya, I do believe.
Yes.
Gekwa. And Gekwa is a traditional water starter. It's a lizard. What more do you want? If you went to see Hoppers this weekend, you have my attention. Lizard. Right? It is what it is.
I did see Hoppers this weekend, and it is very good. So
the fun question is, with just the information that you have provided, assuming that you are going to get the game, and even if you don't, I would like to know what you would pick anyways. What is your starter Pokemon for this upcoming game?
We will start with the resident Pokemon female here. We will go to Ash first. Ladies first.
I love fire Pokemon. Almost every starter Pokemon I picked is a fire, with the exception of the Kanto region where I went Bulbasaur.
No, there you go.
So usually I alternate. No, there's another grass star I picked as well. So with the exception of Bulbasaur and Snivy, I usually pick the fire starter. So I love using my fire type. So I'm going to go with the doggy.
You're going to go with the doggy. Going with the doggy. I hear it. Let's
Keep in mind, I have never played any of the main series games. I'm just going based off what I think would be the coolest.
Gotcha. We will go with Hannibal. Go to you. Let's go.
Yeah, I've already forgotten the name. I looked at it earlier on. It's the Pom.
Pom.
The Pomeranian Pombon.
Yeah. As soon as I saw that, and look, I don't really give a fuck about the chicken. I'm not that cool on it. I'm not. I'm just not keen on it. The gecko lizard thing. It was a very close second. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, it's the Pom for me.
Yeah, fair enough. For me, I am gonna pick the Gekka. What is the water type? This one.
Gekla.
I like Gekwa. Mainly, and this is the dumbest reason. So everybody's gonna facepalm here in a minute. It looks like ET to me. ET, Poke Home.
I can see that.
I'm never going to unsee that now.
Right? At least I'm not the only one who thinks it. Yeah. That's mainly my reason, because he looks like ET. And it stems my autism. So there you go.
I will have to stop you on that one there, James. No one else saw it until you saw it. It does not make everyone else see ET. They said they can't unsee what you suggested.
Lou did. Lou, just fine.
No, I said that I can't unsee it. It's not that I saw it originally. Just want to put that out there.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Yes. All right, who's up next?
Winnie. Who you got for the fire? Fire starter, water starter, or grass starter?
I'm going with Pombon.
Hey.
I love dog Pokemon. I'm a big I love Puccina. That's probably my favorite Pokemon. And was it the Arcanine?
Yeah, Arcanine. Yeah, that's
the regional Arcanine, where it's like the smoke. I forget which region. I'm kind of in and out with Pokemon, but yeah.
Most of us are.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going Pombon.
There you go, Mr. Producer Man. What you got?
Is this even a question?
No.
Look at this fucking thing. Look at this fucking unit right now.
He is an
Oh God!
unit.
What a beautiful little Pomeranian bonfire right there. That's mine.
Pomeranian bonfire. I'm taking that.
It's a Pomeranian bonfire.
Yeah, listen, he's so cute, and he'll burn your eyes out. It's great.
He'll kill you with kindness. Unalive with kindness.
Yeah.
I don't. Thank you. Thank you.
Unalive
Don't
with
get us
kindness.
thrown
An incredible line. We got to clip that. Lou, who you got for your starter?
The fire Pomeranian. I'll keep it short and sweet.
Thank you.
Nothing
Just like
against the
Pom Pom.
aqua Geico lizard.
Yeah. Geico lizard.
The Geico.
Come on.
Nothing against the
Just
Geico
go real
lizard or
quick.
the Duolingo bird.
Because 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on Pokeball insurance, guys.
Yeah. Fire Pomeranian. The boy. Like, how can you look at his face and not pick him as your starter? Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. He is adorable.
Just a little guy.
He's just a little adorable. Dev.
Also,
who you
our
got?
viewers, put your answer in the comments, by the way.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Interact with the comments in the live chat. Dev, who you got? Who's your starter?
Damn, Ryan, you're
I would love for either producer to get a close up.
I'm
on
saving
that
the image right now.
beautiful-
Oh,
No
I'm getting
rush.
it in.
No rush.
I'm getting.
Take your time.
No, I'm rushing. I'm getting this in. Don't. Hey, I got this.
Let
He's
producer
hacking into the
do his thing.
mainframe.
Stall for like.
You know what? While you're at getting that picture, get Gekwa as well. You know,
Get all three.
they need the close up of the lizard.
Most beautiful.
Gekwa
Ooh.
The most beautiful
Why is that bird
Thing.
doing blue steel?
that I could ever.
Duolingo Hausen.
This is my go-to right here.
Fair enough.
That's the one I would want to raise. I love the fire. I love that dog design. He's so cute. But this one,
You leave
I would-
Birdhausen alone.
he would be my companion
Birdhouse.
in a heartbeat. He's got personality. He's got spunk. It's good to see.
That it factor, even.
All
He or
right.
she.
Valid
She.
choice, Dev. Valid choice.
The choices
or she,
Hausen
yeah,
have
just-
been made.
Just Carlos left.
Yeah. Carlos.
No, Carlos is still here. Carlos.
Okay, you guys are all like speaking Chinese to me right now. I'm like, what the fuck are these people talking about?
Hey,
Carlos,
listen.
Carlos.
Carlos, how about I pop up the image for you?
Carlos,
You'll choose. All right?
Pokemon is Japanese, not Chinese.
Yeah. You
Well,
racist.
you're speaking Japanese to me right now. That's only those three?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, these are the 3 starter Pokemon of the game.
Yeah.
Who's the one you guys picked the least? I feel like I gotta give love to the one that got picked the least. That's what I'm
The
doing.
Duolingo
So we're on the bird.
Owl.
That was-
Okay.
So we're going Birdhausen.
Yeah, because I gotta give some love to the ones that you all hate.
Oh, I
Just
don't
like you
hate
gave.
Birdhausen.
So you're getting.
Oh, I hate him. I just like the
So you
dog.
weren't.
I got that dog
So
in
you
me.
are gonna give love. So you're gonna give that love to the bird, the angry bird.
Yep.
Not the angry
Us angry bitches gotta stick together.
There you go. I hear it.
Yeah.
All right.
Brian,
And
do you want the Gekwa image because you had asked for it?
Let's do it.
Throw up Gekwa. There we go. There we go. And it's shiny better be green, damn it.
What is
Dude, if it isn't
He looks like he just watched Elimination Chamber. He's like, oh boy, let's get my life back.
Better turn this off.
Yeah,
If Shiny doesn't sell me car insurance, I don't want it.
Well, that and,
Lizard
like,
House.
he's looking like he's got the
Lizard House.
Cookie Monster eyes going like. Cookie.
Yeah, he really does.
Progress House.
Progress.
Yeah, it makes more sense. Since it's blue.
15% or more housing.
50% or more houses. Ladies
All right,
and gentlemen,
that's it. You shut up. I've been gone. I'm talking now. It's my turn.
You talk.
All right.
Thank you for so much for watching.
Shut up, James.
Shut up, Townsend.
We at Wrestling With Tism. All right. Okay. Cut it before we get copyright struck. The seat.
I'm fucking dead right now.
Stop it before the Strikehausen happens. All right. We here at Wrestling with Tism appreciate everybody who stopped by, joined in the conversation. Thank you to my two co-hosts who filled in while I clearly was dropping the ball today. But personal happens. It is what it is. That said, please like, subscribe, and thank you to everybody viewing across whatever platform that you're on, and give us a follow, subscribe, leave a comment. I don't know if we have anonymous listeners on this type of thing, but you know what? We love you too, and it is what it is. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.
Yes. Until next time, there's always Spectrum on the internet, folks. Bye, Hausen.
Ladies and gents, thanks for stopping by. And until next time, this is the Wrestle Collective.